A major WWE star returns to Raw tonight. We have an update on the contract status of CJ Perry, formerly known as Lana, and an AEW original is officially gone from the company, so stay tuned for the news. Tonight's Raw is must-see TV. We have the final Intercontinental title defense, Gunther Gable, before Gunther eclipses Honky Tonk Man's record. But it's not just that. Main event, Jey Uso. He's going to be there. We saw his triumphant return to the company on Saturday night at Payback. Cody Rhodes bringing him back, but he's not on SmackDown anymore. He's a Raw guy, and you're not going to have to wait very long at all to see him. You can check him out tonight. He shared an Instagram story from backstage at Payback. It was already confirmed that he was joining Raw, but then he confirmed when we would see him, saying, main event Jey Uso is in your city. As a matter of fact, I'm going to see you all on Monday. So there you go, Jey. He's coming tonight.
We're going to see him tonight. I'm really excited. I can't wait to see what he does on Raw. I think it's a great thing for him to sort of break away from the bloodline stuff. And as we were saying on Saturday during the live stream as well, just to see him flourish on his own a little bit.
Just to see him beat Seth Rollins.
Just to see him beat Seth Rollins, which he's going to do.
He's going to do.
He's going to do that.
You know what? I was thinking about Seth's title reign, and I was like, there's been all of his challenges are people that I've quite fancied seeing beat him. Not always thought that they were going to beat him, but I think it's been a decent reign, and I love the fact that he's been so present. He's just been there and defending the title, great stuff and everything. But I wanted Finn Balor to do it.
Yeah.
And then Shinsuke Nakamura didn't think it was going to happen, but after that little anime intro,
it really did feel like it was going to happen that night as well.
Yeah, it really did, and it felt. And I think that in some small way has harmed the title reign of Seth Rollins a little bit. Jay's the guy to do it. It's all worth it if Jey is the man to beat Seth Rollins.
Yes.
Loads you can do there.
I absolutely think so, because I think Gunther's holding on. The only other person I would really, other than Finn Balor at that point in time, at that specific moment in time that we had to beat Seth Rollins, I think Gunther would do it, but I don't think he's dropping the IC title anytime soon. Therefore, Jey.
Yeah.
It just, we were talking about many different sort of outcomes and visuals that you could have, and it just feels right for Jey to do it, and then perhaps Roman drops his title, but Jey's still got a world title. Roman's without one. It's lovely. It's lovely.
I think Ilya is the man to beat Gunther.
Yes.
I think Jay's the man to beat Seth Rollins. We will see, won't we? We got an update on CJ Perry. CJ obviously making her AEW debut last night during Miro's match with Powerhouse Hobbs. Tony Khan asked about her status with the company on the post-show media scrum, and he said, well, CJ, I'll start with that. I think it's great to have CJ here. It's not a long-term guaranteed thing or anything, but I think at least for tonight, it was great to have her appearing with us. It was a great surprise, a great show. I don't get me wrong, I really like CJ. I like Lana. Yeah. I think her greatest strength is her mic work. That's how I want to see her presented on AEW TV if it were to continue. I'm not fussed if I don't see her wrestle again, but I think she is an amazing mouthpiece. She said in a recent interview, I was watching one recently, and she was like, I only want to come back if the story's right. I don't want to just come back and have matches. I want it to make sense. And stories are what sell wrestling matches and all that stuff. And I think she's an awesome woman. And I think she's really I do kind of miss her. I think her and Miro, I think they're a great pairing on TV as well as in real life. Congratulations. Your relationship.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And I think at this moment in time as well with Miro and AEW, I think he's been doing some of the best mic and promo stuff in his career as well. And I think those two together now, with, I guess, a little bit more free reign in what they can do as well, creatively, in terms of storytelling, I think this is a really exciting prospect for the both of them.
But based on what you said there, I don't think she's going to be sticking around at all.
No. I mean, maybe, time will tell if things really sort of click with the audience.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stuff can change, can't it?
Decent pop for her.
Yeah.
We move on now to an AEW star re-signing. A despicable, horrible man has re-signed with the company. The evil Christian Cage revealing during that post-show media scrum that Tony Khan has just signed him to a big, fat contract. Obviously, Luchasaurus retained the TNT title last night over Darby Allin. He's just a despicable man.
What you mean? He came out in that media scrum and was just asking how everybody's dads were. What's wrong?
Funny dude.
What's wrong with that? It was a clearly lovely thing to do, to ask all these people who have been invited along to see how their dads are. I think that's a really affable and lovely thing that Christian did.
Yeah, what a guy. You've changed my mind on him. Have you seen the remix that's floating about on Twitter of his theme?
I haven't actually. Is it good?
It's so funny.
I'm excited for that.
It's really, really good. So that's great. Christian has been doing some amazing work in AEW. It's been a proper career resurgence for him. A man that a lot of us thought we would never see step in the ring again, and he's just been absolutely killing it.
He kicked it off in such a big way as well, obviously, with his stuff with Kenny Omega on Rampage when he won the Impact title. Yep. Like, that was such a amazing match as well, and to see him wrestle at that level and then just continue to like push himself forward and push the boundaries of what he can do forward.
I'm so glad he's sticking around.
Yeah, me too.
Big fat contract. Get that cash. We got an update now on Bryan Danielson's early AEW return. So it was previously reported in The Observer that it was looking a bit touch and go as far as him coming back even as soon as October. But no, we didn't have to wait that long. Beginning of September, the American Dragon is back. Crazy stuff, given the injury that he had. He is superhuman. And Meltzer again with a bit of an update. October was the scheduled return, and it was touch and go for the New York show, Arthur Ashe Stadium show that is. He was healing better than expected, and it's earlier than I expected. Put it that way, and that's from being appraised of the situation. It's earlier. I was surprised. He's a team player. That's the thing. He's a team player. And he's come back early.
We did hear as well, didn't we? Tony Khan saying that if he was ever to be hit by a bus, Bryan Danielson would be the person that he would throw in there to sort of take over from everything as well. So, man,
it worries me. I'm glad it was, and Daniel Bryan admitted to this, a bit of a smoke and mirrors match in that he didn't have to display the same level of physicality that he normally would in his matches. It was still a really fun match and everything, but it protected him. But I was worried the whole time because I think he did come back very, very soon there, and imagine how bad it would have been for Bryan Danielson, sorry.
Yeah.
But also the sort of PR of the company. If he had come back and got hurt, because he was rushed back there,
it would have been a disaster.
It wasn't ideal. Obviously, it's all fallen apart in AEW over the last week or so. But it could have gone badly, and I was really, really glad to see that Bryan Danielson is looking well.
Yes.
And what a guy for doing that.
What a guy.
What a nice guy. Sticking with AEW stuff just quickly, Tony Khan mentioning that he spoke to Jade Cargill recently, hoping to bring her back soon. She's off doing all sorts. She's doing on the red carpet and stuff. She's been teasing everything. You know, fans and stuff have been asking her on Twitter if she's coming back to wrestling, and she's been like, I don't know. I'm not sure, but I think she'll come back in a big way after like her whole TBS title reign. I think there's far more for her in her future, in her wrestling career future. Babyface run. I think people will be excited to see her back. Yeah, I think people will be excited to see her back as well. And I imagine if she doesn't go for the TBS championship, if she doesn't go after Chris Statlander for sort of, taking over her reign and everything, then AEW women's world title picture. Big time. She'd be a really dominant world champion. I think she started to get like leaps and bounds better with her in-ring capability from having that long reign as TBS champion. I feel like it was touch and go for a little while to start with, and then as it like gradually went on, I think she really started to improve tremendously. She's got unbelievable star power. Yeah. Like crazy marketable. The look and everything is spot on. She's something special, isn't she? Looking forward to seeing her back. We are finishing off. We reported, we talked about this report on Saturday, Sonny Kiss being removed from the AEW roster page on their official website. Fightful Select confirmed last night via reaching out to Sonny that her AEW contract had expired. And then Tony Khan spoke about this as well, saying that he hadn't renewed Kiss's contract. He put Kiss over, great wrestler, great person, likes her a lot, but he can't keep everybody under contract. However, he did say that she could return at some point, pointing to Stu Grayson as an example of somebody who left the company and then ended up coming back. She's just had a really good match over Effie's Big Gay Brunch in Chicago. And I saw a few clips of it, and I was like, wow, that's really good. Yeah, she's got a lot better, hasn't she, as well?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And you just forget, though, don't you? Because you don't see her on TV very often. Like, we haven't seen her on TV in a long time. So, for her to come out, she'll be, like, putting everything into the match and that, won't she? Just to, like, remind people that she's bloody good.
She is. I genuinely think Sunny has a tremendous amount of charisma that... I don't think she fully got the chance to show off on TV.
There was little bits here and there, wasn't there?
Yeah.
But nothing ever felt like it really got
no big story,
on.
Nothing to really sink her teeth into. Anyway, best of luck to Sunny Kiss. Nothing to worry about there. And that's it from us. Stay tuned. WTF coming up this evening for last night's AEW show. We got loads coming up this week as well, so keep an eye on the channel. As always, see you in a bit.